We're just going to be doing a quick film breakdown. You're going to get to see how Tua just basically carved up this defense. It was pretty incredible, and I think a lot of people are saying like the explosive plays. You'll see it. You don't need explosive plays. We had enough explosive plays, and when they're there, we take them. But what you'll see with Tua is he's just finding the open man, moving the ball down the field, getting positive yardage. Real quick apology. I'm still trying to get the OBS system. I'm trying to understand it, so my quality isn't 100% great. It's a little better than last time, but still trying to figure it out. If you get to know me, I'm not a very technologically savvy person, so apologize about that. Going to be one of the first passing plays. It's going to be a pass out to Malik Washington. And what you can see right here is something that I find hard to believe. Julian Hill whiffs on a block. It's hard to understand why he's still in the game. You'll watch right now. You'll see Julian Hill. I don't know. He just stands there, waits for the defender to come get him. Just completely whiffs on that. But again, yeah, Julian Hill whiffs on that block. I don't really know what's going on with him, but we'll see. This one's going to be a short pass to the right to Devon Achane. So this is going to be a short pass to Devon Achane, and it's something that I think was what we were missing for most of the years with Tua, is he never had that check down option. And it's something that I'm seeing with Mike McDaniel, changing this offense to have that more into this. A lot of people are trying to talk about like the explosive plays. I think the announcer was saying that the reason we're doing so well in this year is because we're doing stuff like this, where we're just getting the ball to whoever is open. We're not trying to force the ball to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. What we used to do all the time, and this is such a beautiful outlet for Tua, where it's nobody's open, boom, just throw it to Devon Achane, he'll get you yardage. Again, like I said, the explosiveness I don't really care about, honestly, and I think it's such a beautiful thing to see. This be another short pass to Devon Achane, because you don't need to have these explosive plays. I understand that sometimes you want to get them, but the offensive line doesn't allow it. And really, this is how you beat Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. You do these short plays, keep yourself on the field, and keep them on the sidelines. This is beautiful. Checked off of his receiver, get it to Devon Achane, positive yardage. Instead of trying to force a throw to Tyreek Hill, whether you make it or you don't, putting yourself in a weird position. So this one's going to be a beautiful pass by Tua to Tyreek. And these are the plays that you want to make. You make the short ones, and then you have this beautiful pass to get 12 yards down the field. This is what you want to look for. You don't need to force it to Tyreek Hill. Just allow him to get open, and when he is open, get him the ball. But Tua is doing such a good job finding just whoever is open. It's a beautiful pass right over the linebacker. Amazing, amazing job by Tua. Tua carved up this team. You're going to keep seeing it. This is to Tyreek Hill again, and it's for 6 yards. Again, find Tyreek Hill when he's open. Right there, boom. Almost was a touchdown. Right there. But this is what you do. You don't need to force feed the ball to Tyreek Hill 20 different times. I'm surprised a lot of the time we would do like a fade play here to Tyreek Hill. We don't need to do stuff like this. That's where Mike McDaniel is changing as a coach, is he's allowing his team to just get the open person. Nobody needs to have 2,000 yards passing. Nobody needs to have 4,000 yards every single year. Just get it to the open man. So this is going to be just a short pass to Devon Achane. Didn't really work because our blocking kind of whiffed a little bit. But again, another nice positive play here from Tua Tagovailoa. This is an easy play. Just get it to Devon Achane. Let him see if he can do something. Fortunately, the safety cracked down and made a really good play on Devon Achane. And then this is going to be the incomplete pass. But this is who you need to get the ball to in that fade situation right there. That's what was beautiful. You get the ball to Jonnu Smith. I know it was not a good, or it wasn't a touchdown yet. I mean, pretty much the next play he would get Jonnu the ball in the end zone. But This is who you pass the fade to. It's starting to show that Mike McDaniel is starting to learn much more than just implementing the plays that he wants to play. This is a beautiful pass. It gets tipped, but luckily not good enough. Jonnu Smith gets it for the touchdown. This is the first touchdown of the day. And honestly, man, Jonnu Smith is just becoming a stud when it comes to getting the ball, getting yardage, and being that just safety valve that Tua always needed, that Gesicki almost was, but just couldn't block. This is going to be a pass to Odell Beckham for 8 yards, and this is just beautiful play by Tua, scanning the field, seeing the open man, and getting it in between two people. Odell Beckham, I think we had a lot of expectations for him coming into this year, and I think we didn't get him for what we thought we were going to get him for. We all thought he was going to be like an 800-yard receiver, and what it seems like Mike McDaniel did this year is just getting as many weapons that Tua needs in order to just get the ball out of his hands quickly. The offensive line isn't great, but the thing is that Tua gets the ball out quick. The more weapons you have, the more he can. That was a bad pass by Tua. But the more weapons he has, the more he can just get the ball out of his hands to whoever's open. One of the things that people don't really understand with Tua, and they don't want to see, I believe it's truly because they just don't want to see it, is they don't see that he breaks down the defense right at the start of the play. He's really good at that, almost Peyton Manning-like, when you see him do stuff like this. That was just a confusion by Odell Beckham. Right there, what happened is just not on the same page. You have to understand is that when the cornerback is on the outside, you should be breaking in. I don't know who that pass was for, actually. But typically, I think it was for Odell Beckham to break out or in, and he just made the wrong adjustment. It's going to be a short pass to Tyreek Hill. This is where you get to Hill the ball. He's so fast that if you just run these little slick routes over the middle, you're going to get yards. You're going to get positive plays. This is what I really do think this offense is focusing on this year. Is you're allowing these guys to just get open and make beautiful plays. Short yardage, positive yardage all the time. Whereas the past couple of years with Mike McDaniel, it was like explosive play or 10-yard sack, explosive play or 10 yards behind the line. This is a beautiful play by Tua. And, people want to say that he doesn't make plays outside of script. I don't get where this comes from, because one of the best things in his toolbox is his pocket presence, where he moves around the pocket so well. It's the reason why the offensive line and he doesn't get sacked as much. It's not because of the offensive line. It's because he moves around so well and just makes a beautiful play here to Waddle. Thank the Lord he caught it. Waddle's been having a lot of drops lately, but, He made a beautiful play here. Short right pass, Odell Beckham. You're going to see right here just kind of that extra weapon that Tua needs when it comes to the passing game, where you have a bigger wide receiver. I think that was another thing that he didn't have for a very long time, is he didn't have that big, long-armed wide receiver that could just kind of get the ball, and he didn't have to put it in a perfect position. That's what Odell brings to this offense. So right here, you're going to see, again, even though it was not complete, this is the type of person that you throw these types of balls to, Jonnu Smith and Odell Beckham, which is, again, showing that Mike McDaniel has the beauty of this season right now, which we're still in it, but is that Mike McDaniel has been forced to learn or get fired. And what he's learning is that you don't need to funnel the ball. Actually, winning culture is not funneling the ball to Tyreek and allowing other guys to get open. You have a lot of weapons, and when Tyreek Hill is open, like right here, get on the ball. Him and Tua are on the same page, but they don't need to be giving him 20 receptions a game. That's only for teams that don't have other receivers. That's like for Malik Neighbors, where you don't really have that many other receivers, so you just funnel the ball to him. Or, when T. Higgins was out, you funnel the ball to Jamar Chase because you don't have anybody. This team's not like that. You have so many weapons on this team that you don't need to do that. In fact, it actually will hurt you if you do that. Because, like right here, Jonnu Smith is another player that, just like Devon Achane, you can get the ball to him and he will get yards. It's awesome to watch this guy. Jonnu Smith was such a big pickup this offseason. A huge pickup. And you see him right here. You get the ball into his hands and he will just make a play. He'll make a play. And coming up here, this play right here is one of the things that I think the old Mike McDaniel is still here. I don't fully understand why we're doing this play, but we did. This is something that I just don't get. This is where the old Mike McDaniel comes in. This was at the end of the half. We were at the 20-yard line, and for some reason, instead of just taking a knee, going into the locker room, we just randomly threw a pass to Jonnu Smith. Luckily, nobody got injured, but this is where Bradley Chubb effect kind of comes in. You do something stupid, and someone gets injured. This is the second half, and you'll see again, you find Tyreek Hill, you get him the ball. Had a great game, he does it again, like we said, doesn't need to have 2,000 yards in a season. If we're winning, if he has 70 yards, who cares? It's a selfish player that would want. And you see Tua just pressure in his face, beautiful throw. This is a type of game that, again, people forget. Lamar Jackson had lost to this team. I don't, of course, off game, but Lamar Jackson did not do well. Another beautiful pass by Tua to Devon Achane and gets positive yardage. That's kind of going to be the key for not just this game, but honestly the last 2 games that we've played. It's just continual positive yardage, which is winning football. Honestly, in essence, it's Tom Brady football. It's Patriots football. Just positive yardage over and over again. And it's something that you're going to see, kind of continually with this team. I heard it with Mike McDaniel talking about this team and how they've adjusted to doing this type of play, because people have seen that our explosive offense, that's what they're guarding against. So in order to combat that, it's something that we've all been talking about for a while, is you have these short yardage plays that just gain you positive yardage. Right here, this is 7 yards. So what you have right here is now the next play, you only need 3 yards for first down instead of needing 12 or whatever it was. It limits penalties. It limits a bunch of missed factors that you have. Another beautiful Jalen Waddle pass. It limits a lot of bad things when you do this. Jalen Waddle, man, great catch right here. We say we need to get him more involved. I just think he needs to stop having drops. I think he's involved just enough. I think we're doing the perfect game plan to win against these teams. And this is another, play by Tua. Unfortunately, Julian Hill couldn't come down with it. Of course, that's not really the guy you want to throw that up to, but he had nobody else. But again, really good ball to not put it in harm's way, to not allow the defense to make a play on anything. And just, again, plays breaking down. This is perfect. You don't get hit. You don't take any, unnecessary damage to yourself. Just get the ball out, put it in a place that only your guy can get it. It's great. And this was, I think, Julian Hill celebrated doing a good play right here. Gets a pass from Tua Tagovailoa, and I think he's thinking in his head, finally, there's not a penalty or missed block by me. It's a positive play. I'm not one of those people that wants him to fail. I hope Julian Hill starts turning into something better. It's just typically what you see with him is negative plays consistently. So probably take this one out. This pass, this is a miss by Tua, honestly. Miss by Tua. Tyreek Hill was open right here. He just underthrew him a little bit. right there. If he put it a little bit farther out, which that is a tough throw, but he needs to put a little more juice on that one, and he gets the touchdown. But again, I think it's a weird coincidence in this game. Beautiful play by Tua, gets Tyreek Hill right in the end zone. It's kind of funny how it's like in this game, you would see an incomplete pass for somebody, and then almost the next play, it would be a touchdown to the same person. It's kind of funny. It was like Jonnu, incomplete pass, and then right afterwards. But this is Tua moving out of the pocket, getting Tyreek Hill the ball. This is going to be one of the best throws I've ever seen. I mean, come on. It's like people, how do you say this guy sucks? Look at this throw in between basically like 4 people to Tyreek Hill. I mean, this is nuts. This is special. This is special stuff. And he's doing this way more consistently. I mean, that's an unbelievable pass right there. It's crazy how accurate that he is. There is nobody more accurate than him. I don't care what you have to say. The accuracy is, that's it. He is so accurate. This is going to be Malik Washington making plays, man. I mean, he has stepped up and is honestly taking Odell Beckham's spot. I mean, just making plays left and right. Good 9-yard play. And again, like we keep talking about, you know, when you watch this team now, they're not looking for the explosive play. If it is there, it is there. But what Tua is doing is he's watching the motion, breaking down the defense, finding the open man every single time. Find the open man. That's what he's doing. And that's how you play winning football. You know, everybody wants to see these flashy plays, but this is how you win. You just find the open man. You get 5 to 10 yards each time, and then if there's an explosive play like the Jonnu Smith thing, you find him. It's another beautiful throw by Tua. You know, and that's the key. You know, you go 5, 5, 5. Then there's a 10 or a 12, and then if there's an explosive play, you take 1 or 2 of those, and that's how you beat the other team. You just keep moving the ball down the field. You know, it's not very good if you have 3 explosive plays. You know, maybe 1 or 2 of them score you a touchdown, but the other ones, you're trying to do the same thing, and you take sacks and have incomplete passes and all that stuff. This is how you win. Positive yardage. You see each one 6, 5, 6, 5, maybe 12, 15, 6, 5, 5, 6. Everything's positive. That's how you sustain offense. Each one of these drives, I think each one was almost an average of like 12 plays. And the punter didn't punt once. We didn't get the punter on the field. We scored every single time. This is how you win. And if you play offensively, if the defense gets its crap together, we'll probably break that down later on in the week. The defense gets its stuff together. This team can beat any team. Honestly. They can beat any team. They can beat any team out there. Because the offense, this is what we've been waiting for. You don't need the explosive plays all the time. You need points. And that's what they're doing. They're just scoring points. And it's, you know, people can say it's the Raiders, but we've scored 28 points on every single team we faced since Tua got back. We've also done it against the Cardinals. We've done it against the Bills. Done it against the Rams. Every team we're scoring 28 points. This is just a breakdown play. Explosive play. Again, you take the explosives when they're there. And this, man, this is what Jonnu brings to this offense. This is why you brought him in. This is why we were so high on him coming in. And he overdid expectations. Like, look at how fast. He's a tight end. Look at this guy. You catch the ball, nobody is catching him. I mean, just what a pickup. You know, it's an excellent pickup. Honestly, give the flowers to Chris Greer. So thank you guys for watching. That was basically the All-22 from Tua. I'm going to do the defense probably later on in the week, so we'll get to see what was going on with Curtis Weaver's defense. As always, guys, fins up, baby. Love you all. Peace.